Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something maybe a bit unexpected. We're exploring this really fascinating connection between two worlds you might not normally link.
Yeah, we're talking about the podracers from the Boona Eve Classic in Star Wars, and those classic Tamiya RC buggies, from the 80s Golden Age.
Right, the first 100 kits or so. And our mission really is to look at the shared, let's say, spiritual kinship, the engineering ideas behind them.
Exactly. It's about how both worlds, they really celebrate taking bits and pieces, scrap parts, or parts from a kit, and turning them into these incredibly fast machines.
Through sheer ingenuity, right. The core idea being that personal skill, clever building, it can beat just having the biggest engine or the fanciest factory setup.
That's the thesis. Skill and smarts over brute force.
Okay, so let's dive in. Maybe start with the classic story, the underdog, Anakin Skywalker and his pod.
Right. The Radon Ulcer 620C. And we're pairing that philosophically with the Tamiya Frog from '83.
Anakin's pod, famously a parts bin special, built from junk.
Pretty much. Its advantage wasn't top speed, it was handling. Those special air scoops he built, they articulated, gave him amazing cornering, like way better turn response stats.
Active arrow, basically, letting him take lines others just couldn't.
Precisely. And the Frog, it was just as revolutionary in the RC world.
How so?
Well, Tamiya consciously moved away from just making scale models. The Frog had the ORV chassis off-road vehicles, super lightweight for the time, and it had this really advanced independent rear suspension, trailing arms, oil shocks, very sophisticated.
So both Anakin's pod and the Frog kind of prove the same point. Clever engineering agility, it can absolutely take down raw power.
Definitely. Smart design wins.
Okay, so if that's the underdog triumph, what about the other side? The perils of maybe going too far, too much power, too complex.
Then you got Sebulba, his Plug F Mammoth pod. Huge, dominant, built for pure intimidation.
All about that maximum speed stat.
Exactly. But terrible handling, really unstable.
Exactly.
And packed with illegal mods that, were always breaking down.
And the RC equivalent?
That's got to be the Tamiya Avante from 1988. An incredibly ambitious machine. Looked amazing.
High-tech stuff, right? Composite chassis, complex 4WD.
Yeah, FRP, an aluminum chassis, center diff, adjustable everything.
Yeah.
But that was its problem. It was just too much. Too heavy, kind of fragile actually, and way too complex to keep running consistently at the top level.
The fashion car. I remember that nickname.
That's the one. So both Sebulba's pod and the Avante are sort of cautionary tales, right, about design getting maybe a bit too arrogant, sacrificing reliability for flash.
That contrast is stark.
Yeah.
Which leads us to maybe the pure fun of it, the thrill.
Okay, yeah. Audie Mandrell, the young guy, the daredevil racer in the Boona Eve, racing just for the rush.
And his exit was memorable. Pit droid getting sucked into an engine turbine.
Peak chaos. Pure adrenaline-fueled mayhem. And that feeling, that almost out-of-control thrill, that's the Tamiya Hornet 1984.
Huge seller, the Hornet.
Massive. Because Tamiya basically dropped the really powerful Mabuchi 540 motor, the standard performance motor, into this lightweight, simple chassis. It was fast, like really fast for what it was.
Almost too fast to control easily.
Totally. Notoriously tail-happy. A real challenge, but incredibly fun. The absolute definition of a backyard basher. Just pure, exhilarating speed.
Okay, so we've got underdog ingenuity, over-engineered ambition, and pure, chaotic fun. Let's connect this maybe to the more professional side, the stable performers.
Right. In the race, you had Gasgano, his custom-ored Pedrovia. Always consistent, always near the front, often finished second, didn't he? A solid, reliable, professional platform.
And the RC Parallel?
That feels like the Tamiya Hotshot from 1985. This is a landmark kit. Tamiya's first shaft-driven 4W, a buggy. It just instantly changed the game, set a new performance benchmark. Reliable, fast, capable, the pro's choice almost immediately.
Took all the lessons learned and put them into one competitive package.
Exactly.
Okay, one more pairing. The family angle. Rats Tyrell in the race. Remember him, the family guy.
Yeah, tragically crashed out, didn't he? His pod was powerful, but apparently handled poorly. Maybe too much machine for him.
Which raises that question, what about the newcomers? The learners?
Well, that's where the Tamiya Grasshopper comes in. Also, 1984. It's almost the anti-Rats Tyrell machine, philosophically.
What do you mean?
The Grasshopper was designed specifically as the entry-level kit. Durable, simple, pretty modest power compared to the Hornet or Hotshot. It was built to teach driving skill, to let you learn control without those high-speed, race-ending crashes Rats suffered. It's built to survive learning.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway from this deep dive?
I think it really highlights this constant push and pull in engineering, doesn't it? That balance between pushing for the absolute maximum performance, which is often expensive and fragile,
Mhm.
and designing something that's practical, reliable, and, fun to actually use.
And how the machine itself, its design choices, kind of reflect the builder's personality or goals. Anakin's ingenuity, Sebulba's aggression, Audi's thrill-seeking.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe the core appeal for both pod racing fans and RC builders is that deep satisfaction of taking just parts and breathing life into them, creating something unique, something yours that moves.
Okay, let's leave you, the listener, with a final thought. Consider one last pairing, the Honix Podracer, the GPE 3134. Interesting because it was one of the few actual physical models built for the movie, not just CGI.
Right, a real prop. And maybe compare that to the Tamiya Sand Scorcher from way back in 1979, famous for its super realistic look, die-cast metal parts, heavy metal chassis.
Both prioritize this gritty mechanical reality, a tangible presence. Maybe not the absolute fastest, but they feel real.
So the question for you is, does grounding these machines in that kind of physical, tangible realism make their story, their appeal, somehow more profound than something born purely from digital fantasy? Something to think about.